If you're anything like me, you're probably counting down the days till you get to ride another roller coaster. And the odds are that roller coaster could just be a B&M. B&M is a Swiss roller coaster manufacturer and one of the most well-known in the industry. Today, I'm going to give you the history and my thoughts on this manufacturer. B&M was founded in 1998 by two ex-Giovanola workers. Giovanola supplied Intamin and helped them build their rides. Intamin is another roller coaster manufacturer. I should be talking about them any day now. B&M was founded by Walter Balaguer and Claude Maillard. B&M is famous for their box spine and steel tubular track. They get most of their steel from Clermont Steel, located in Ohio. The first roller coaster was a stand-up roller coaster, Iron Wolf, at Six Flags Great America. It would then be moved to Six Flags America and renamed Apocalypse, before it got floorless trains in 2019 and was renamed Firebird. Firebird will close with the park in 2025. B&M has a lot of models to choose from. They have the wing model, floorless, dive, flying, hyper, inverted, surf, giga, family, and launch. They've only retired one model, that being the stand-up. B&M are known for making fun, smooth rides. While only a few of them you would classify as extraordinary, and only a few of them you would classify as bad, they're all usually good rides. And they're fun for everyone from public to roller coaster enthusiasts. They were known for being rides that almost anyone could enjoy. Though that might have changed as the rides have got a lot rougher. The older rides have developed a rattle, and some of the newer rides are developing a shimmy. Nobody knows why, but this is deterring people from wanting to go ride their rides, especially newer ones, which are rougher than the older ones, which is very rare. Another thing B&M is known for is for their many restraint types. Some of them are great, and some of them are not. One of their first restraint types was this hard plastic restraint that went over your shoulder. These were found on their older rides that went upside down. These didn't hurt per se, but they would bang your head if there was some rattling on the ride, and that is not comfortable. But now, for the rides that go upside down, they use a vest restraint. These are very tight on your chest, and they can kinda hurt, and they don't leave a lot of room for the forces or airtime. Many people like to complain about them. On the other hand, their non-inverting coasters have what is called a clamshell restraint. These are a lap bar that's in a shape of a clamshell. These are some of the best restraints in the industry, and are seriously great. They really can make rides so much better. I have a lot of personal opinions on B&M, and have had a lot of experiences with them. Some of my favorite rides from them include Raptor, Talon, and Orion. Raptor is an inverted coaster at Cedar Point. This is a really cool ride, and it's from the 90s. This ride has great inversions, is super intense, and ends with a very intense helix. This is known for its loud roar and green color scheme dominating the Cedar Point Midway. Talon, while it's less known about, is also an inverted coaster, this one at Dorney Park in Pennsylvania. This might be one of the roller coasters I think is the most underrated. This ride is also really intense, has some great inversions, and does a lot of cool things with the terrain. Orion is a giga coaster. That means it's over 300 feet. And while most people say it's not better than one of B&M's other giga coasters, Fury 325, which I have not experienced, I still find Orion fun, and it's full of speed, and it has some great airtime. Though I don't like it as much as the other giga coaster in Ohio, Millennium Force, it is a fun, exhilarating experience. My least favorite rides by B&M are Rougarou, Great Bear, and Wild Eagle. Rougarou is a really intense ride, but can be pretty painful and give you a headache because of the headbanging. That is at Cedar Point, and it's a floorless coaster. Great Bear is at Hershey Park, and while it has a fun first half, I don't think it has a very good second half, and it's a little too short for my liking, and isn't as intense as the other inverted coasters. That is located at Hershey Park. And Wild Eagle at Dollywood, I don't find very intense at all, but it is a fun ride through the mountains. None of these are inherently bad coasters. I think it just shows how B&M doesn't have any bad rides. But these are no means the best. None of B&M's coasters that I have ridden I would classify as the best. I have a lot of experience with their hyper models, specifically Diamondback at Kings Island, which is probably the most notable one I've rode. All of the hyper models, though, I think are just okay. They're fun rides, with good, floaty airtime, but aren't always the smoothest, and sometimes don't deliver that good of airtime. It all really depends on where and when you ride. Another popular model is their dive coaster model. These, I don't really get at all. They're fun rides with a good gimmick, and the dive is cool, but other than that, the layouts aren't great. They are making a 300-foot one, though, which could be very cool. My favorite out of the ones I've rode right now is Griffon. Their newest ride that I've rode is Rapterra at King's Dominion. This is a launched wind coaster. I thought it was pretty fun, though I did ride in the front row, and on the side that people say is better. So I'm not sure, since I only got one ride, how other rides are on it. But I did think it had a good launch and some fun elements. But it did have a little bit of a rattle, but you couldn't notice it too much. Overall, B&M coasters are a safe, consistent bet. You're probably going to like their coasters, and you probably have rode one of them. They're smooth, fun rides, but unless you're probably riding Fury 325, you're probably not going to get off and say this is the best coaster in the world. Those are my thoughts on B&M. I would love to hear yours. Name other manufacturers you'd like me to talk about next. Till next time. I'm Henry from Citizen Wayne Productions. See ya.